Good morning, everyone. So our topic for today is chapter number 4, Evaluating the Curriculum. In module number 5, Curriculum Evaluation and the Teacher. So first, we define the curriculum evaluation. So the curriculum evaluation is a component of curriculum development that responds to the public accountability. It looks into educational reform or innovation that happen in the teacher's classroom, the school, district division, or the whole educational system as well. Curriculum evaluation, it is establishing the merit and the worth of the curriculum. So, merit refers to the value and worth of the curriculum. Thus, results will only be used as one of pieces of evidence of evaluation. The purpose of evaluation is to improve, not to be proved. So, let's go to ways of looking at curriculum. There are two ways. So, the first is curriculum program evaluation. So, the curriculum program evaluation, it refers to the overall aspect of a curriculum as a subject, degree program, and curriculum reform program. So, I have some examples. So, the curriculum development as a subject, the Bachelor of Education as a degree, and also the mother tongue-based multilingual education as a program. So, the second way of looking at curriculum evaluation is components of curricular program or curriculum program component evaluation. So, this will cover separate evaluation from a curriculum component, such as achieve learning outcomes, teaching learning process, or teaching learning outcomes, and the third is instructional materials. The fourth one is assessment of the learning outcome. So, the curriculum program component evaluation refers directly to the assessment of curriculum content and process as implemented every day in view of learning outcomes as either formative or summative. So, let's move on to this curricularist person that defines the curriculum evaluation. So, the first one is Ornstein and Hanskin. So, Ornstein and Hanskin define the curriculum evaluation is a process done in order to gather data that enables on one to decide whether to accept, change, or eliminate the whole word curriculum of a textbook. The second curricularist that defined curriculum evaluation is McNeil. The evaluation answered the two questions. So, do planned learning opportunities, programmers, courses, and activities as developer and organized actually produce desired results? And the second question is how can a curriculum best be improved? And the third person that defined curriculum evaluation is G.L. 1985. So, said that evaluation is to identify the weaknesses and strengths as well as problems encountered in the implementation to improve the curriculum development process. It is determined to effectiveness of the returns on allocated finance. So, the fourth time the curriculum evaluation is Olivia P. 1988 said that it's the process of delineating, obtaining, and providing useful information for judging alternatives for purpose and modifying or eliminate the curriculum. And let's move on to the reason for curriculum evaluation. So the first reason is curriculum evaluation identifies the strengths and weaknesses of an existing curriculum that will be the basis of the intended plan, design, or implementation. This is referred to as the needs of assessment. And the second reason, when evaluation is done in the middle of the curriculum development, it will tell if the designed or implemented curriculum can produce or is producing the desired result. So, this is related to monitoring. And the third reason is based on the SAM standard, curriculum evaluation will guide whether the results have equaled or exceeded the standard those can label as success. This is sometimes called terminal assessment. And the fourth is curriculum evaluation provides information necessary for teacher, school managers, curriculum specialists for policy, recommendation that will enhance achieved learning outcomes. So, proceed to the important process were involved, such as need assessment, monitoring, terminal assessment, and decision making. So, the next is curriculum evaluation model. So, they have curriculum models. So, the first curriculum evaluation model is Bradley. So, Bradley Effectiveness Model for Curriculum Development Indicators in 1985. So, in 1985, Bradley wrote a handbook on curriculum leadership and development. This book provides indicators that can help to measure the effectiveness of developed or written curriculum. So, in this model, they have four tables that Bradley Effectiveness model for curriculum development of the indicators. So, this is the example of Bradley Effectiveness model. So, the first thing that you can do in this model is, first, you have to identify what curriculum you will evaluate. So, for the example, student teaching curriculum, field study curriculum. After you identifying what curriculum you will evaluate, then find out the curriculum you have evaluating, answer yes or no. So, the answering yes to all questions means good curriculum as desired by Bradley. So pag na-identify mo na yung curriculum you will evaluate, and then so this descriptive question, dapat sasagot siya ng yes or no. And pag sagot lahat ay yes, ito ay model ni Bradley. See, Bradley is effectiveness of model. Kaya dapat lahat ng magiging sagot ay yes. Or lahat ng magiging sagot ay yes ay kay Bradley yan. So, let's proceed to, this is the example of table of model effectiveness of curriculum by Bradley. So, let's proceed to the Taylor Objective-Centered Model. So, in 1950. So, the curriculum elements, evaluation process, action taking, yes or no. So, these are the curriculum elements. So, the objective, learning, objective, intended learning outcomes, situation or context, evaluation instrument tools, utilization of tools, analyzing of analysis. So, yan. These are the example of Taylor Objective-Centered Model in 1950. So, the next model is Daniel Soflin Model Context Input Process Product of Model, or IRCIPP. So, the stages of ICPP model. So, therefore, stages of program operation. This includes context evaluation, input evaluation, process evaluation, and the product evaluation. So, however, any evaluator can take only any of the four stages as the focus of evaluation. So, first, we define the context evaluation. So, context evaluation is assess needs and problems in the context for decision makers to determine the goal and objectives of the program curriculum. So, the second is input evaluation. So, assess alternative means based on the input for the achievement of objective to help decision makers to choose options for optimal means. And the third is process evaluation. Monitors the process both to ensure that the means of actually being implemented and make necessary modifications. And the last one is product evaluation. So the product evaluation is compares actual ends with intended ends and lead to a series of recycling decisions. And next is responsive model. Responsive model is oriented more directly to the program activities than program intent. Evaluation focus more on activities rather than intent or purpose. So, the Roberts take in 1975 recommends the following steps to the curriculum evaluation. So, the curriculum evaluation follows the steps below. So, step 1, meet with a stakeholder to identify their perspective and intention regarding curriculum evaluation. Second step, draws from step 1 documents to determine the scope of the evaluation. Third step, observe the curriculum closely to identify the unintended sense of implementation and any deviations from announcement intent. The fourth is identifies the stated real purpose of the program and the various So, the step 5 in stake response model is identifies the problems of the curriculum evaluation and identifies an evaluation decides we needed data. Sixth step is select the means needed to collect data or information. Seventh step implements the data collection procedure. 8. Organize the information into teams. 9. Decides with the stakeholders the most appropriate formats for the report. So, let's move on to the Shervin Consumer-Oriented Evaluation in 1967. So, the full name of Shervin is Michael Shervin. So, introduced this evaluation among many others when education products flooded the market. Consumer of education are products which are needed to support an implemented curriculum often use consumer-oriented evaluation. So, these products include textbook, modules, educational technology like software, and instructional materials. So, these are the example of Shervin consumer-oriented evaluation. So, I have some codes to rate the material. So, means yes or good quality. Means C means will write but not of good quality, and means no or poor quality, and A means not applicable. So these are the example of Shervin consumer-oriented evaluation. So let's move on to the simple way of curriculum evaluation process. So, for every simple or practical way of curriculum evaluation, responding to the following question will provide an evaluation data for curriculum decision. Just ask the following question, and any no answers to an item will indicate the need for serious curriculum evaluation process. So, there are 10 questions to a simple way of curriculum evaluation process. So, the first question is, does the curriculum emphasize learning outcomes? Second, does the implemented curriculum requires less demands? Can this curriculum be applied to the particular level? Can the curriculum aspect be assigned as written, taught, supported, tested, or learned? Does the curriculum include formative assessment? And does the curriculum include summative assessment? Does the curriculum provide quantitative methods of assessment? Does the curriculum provide for qualitative method of assessment? Can the curriculum provide the data needed for decision making? And the last is, are the findings of evaluation available to stakeholders. In summary, whatever models of the curriculum evaluation to be used of ASCD in 1983 suggest the following steps. So, this step is conducting of curriculum evaluation. So, first steps and what to consider. So, there are 8 steps of conducting a curriculum evaluation. So, the first is identifying primary or other audience, what to consider. So, makikita niyo sa table na ito ano yung kinoconsider nila to identify yung primary audience. Second tense, identify critical issue on program, what to consider. Nakikita niyo din yung outcome, expected result, intended, the process, or resources. So, the third step is identifying data source. Fourth, identifying techniques for collecting. The fifth is identifying established standard and criteria. Identifying techniques in data analysis. 7, preparing evaluation report. And the last is preparing modes of display. So, these steps are easy to follow. Begin thinking of how curriculum evaluators will proceed in finding out if there is need to modify, enhance, or continue with implementation of the curriculum. After all, the main purpose of evaluation is to improve the existing condition so that it will benefit to the student. So this is my report for curriculum evaluation. Thank you for listening.